is up, Daddy Gang? It is your founding father, Alex Cooper, with Call Her Daddy.
Dave Franco, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good. How you feeling?
I feel like this is kind of like a random matchup.
Tell me why.
I mean, I usually interview more women.
Oh, okay.
I do enjoy interviewing men.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't obviously like crossed paths ever.
Sure.
And I remember when I was talking to my team, I was like, I think we could do something interesting here.
I agree. And I just want to start by saying, first off, everything you're saying is accurate. But I did watch your documentary, which I absolutely loved.
Oh my God, thank you.
And it was just me at home by myself, just crying my eyes out. And
Dang.
and what I want to say is, I actually think we have a lot in common.
Really?
And this is just kind of what I took, and please tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
but
yeah.
I think just kind of how you approach work, I really relate to it in the sense that it just seems like you're almost incapable of doing anything half-assed.
Yes.
Everything you do, you want it to be unique and original and surprising. It seems like you love being a leader, but you also really appreciate and respect everyone around you and recognize this is a collaboration. And also you work with your partner and you guys just build each other up in such a sweet way. And I relate to all of that.
Dave, how am I supposed to now go and roast you? I thought I was gonna be like, all right, Dave, now I'm about to start crying. No, I really appreciate that because obviously I know you, and we're gonna get to that, work with your wife, and which I like respect so much. And I always think it's so funny when people are like, how the fuck do you work with your partner?
I know, everyone asks it and they ask it in that tone.
Right?
And I'm like, no. You're projecting on me because you're thinking about what it would be like working with your own partner.
Right.
Like, this works. Don't put that on us.
Right, like you guys have your own shit over there, but we couldn't be happier.
Exactly.
It's the easiest part of my job.
It really is. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for saying that though, because you know how it is when you put out a piece of work and you're so anxious,
of course,
and wanting people to enjoy it, but then you also have to stay true to yourself and make sure that creatively, even if people don't like it, like this is what I want to do and this is what I'm going to do. And so it was a risk, but I'm happy you liked it.
100%. And I feel like one thing that I have gotten better at over the years is really holding on to that idea where if I make something that I am genuinely proud of course I want it to resonate with audiences. Of course I want people to see it. But at the end of the day, it's like, I wouldn't have done this any differently. And so I got to be happy with that.
So true. I mean, it sucks when it bombs, but you know,
sure.
You're like, okay, maybe I do need to go a little bit more mainstream on that next time, but it's very humbling.
Yes.
Okay, usually when someone comes and sits down with me, I stalk them on social media just to like catch a vibe.
Right.
You don't have social media.
That's correct, yeah.
Are you a very private person?
I generally am, which makes kind of doing like promo for any movie a little strange because it's not me in my element. But at the same time, I've also gotten much better at this where I recognize this is a big part of my job and I'm just going to lean in and I'm going to do my best and I'm going to be as vulnerable as I can be.
Yeah.
But I'm not on social media and it kind of comes from a place of being a little scared of it. I think I've gotten to a place in my life where I've surrounded myself with really kind people who I love and trust. And so I have my like really warm little bubble. And I know that if I'm on social media, it's like, no matter who you are, you're going to receive some hate every single day. And I just didn't want to invite that into my daily life.
Everyone's watching like, yes, Dave. Preach, Dave. Same, Dave. Okay, how do you get intel on people?
If
you're like, I guess you're a guy. You don't even want the drama. You don't want the tea.
I don't.
Do you know what the tea means? You know what the tea means.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
Do you know what the renegade is?
No, I am that old.
It's a trend on TikTok.
What is it? Tell me.
It's a dance.
Okay.
Charli D'Amelio was like really known for it.
Okay.
Do you know who that is?
I was hoping you weren't going to follow up with that question. I'm just taking a sip of water. I'm getting parched. Hold on.
Dave is literally like, I'm going to just say yes to things. But then when she asks me, like, explain, you're going to be like, so no. But you know what TikTok is?
Of course.
Do you ever take thirst traps, like, just for yourself?
What do you mean take thirst traps?
Okay.
I know what a thirst trap is, but what do you mean to take one?
Like, do you ever just, like, take, like, a dashing selfie?
Oh, just for me. No, I'll do it for Alison every once in a while.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, How do you feel about opening up to the daddy gang today?
I feel pretty good about it, actually. Since watching the documentary, since listening to some episodes, I feel like I feel comfortable with your energy. And as you said, when I got here, you got me, and I trust that.
We're not going to fuck this up.
Yes.
Has there ever been a time, though, that you've done an interview or just like in your life that you've overshared and then regretted it later?
Oh, man. I'm sure. Oh, God. I mean, whatever it is, I probably don't want to bring it up again now. I'm sure I want it to be buried. But my wife is a massive oversharer. She would admit that herself. You meet her and she will whatever you want to know.
You're like, babe.
Truly.
No. And she's like, 1 second, Dave. Anyway, so our family drama. And you're like, what the fuck are you saying?
Just talking about my dick all of a sudden. I'm just like, babe, Jesus Christ.
Did you tell anyone in your life that you were doing this day, and like what were their thoughts?
Of course. Yeah. And the honest truth is that like my publicist, the distributor of this film, all they want to know about is when are you doing Call Her Daddy?
Call Her
Daddy? And I was like, guys, chill and stop putting pressure on this.
I'm dead.
But yes, everyone loves you and is very excited about this.
Okay, so do you want to start with your sex life or your childhood trauma?
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding. I'm obsessed. We're going to start easy.
Okay.
I'm going to literally just like give you a few things and you're just going to tell me your first reaction, how you feel about them. How do we feel about zins?
Oh, man. I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry. Can I guess what this is?
Yes.
I think... Is it like dip?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yes.
I do know this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What is your vice? Like, you don't do zins?
I definitely don't. My vice... Oh my God. I'm the guy who's getting frisky when he like splits a second glass of wine with his wife at dinner.
That's so fucking real. How old are you?
I'm 40. I just turned 40.
Oh my God. That tracks. I feel like once you hit 30s, 40s, you're like, wine? I am insane. Like, I'm starting to feel that way. Getting into my 30s now, I'm like, I just had 2 glasses of wine. I'm like at the club. I'm sitting in my kitchen, but I feel like I'm at the club. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah. It takes you out for the next week.
Week. Emphasis on week, not day. Okay. How do you feel about the term short kings?
I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to lie and pretend like I'm not what I am. I think I've embraced this many years ago, and it's funny because like, you know what? It is what it is, and I think people like try to come at you for this thing that I can't even control. And I'm like, it's fine. I guess the main thing is my wife's down with it, and she's a little bit shorter than me, so that's good too.
And she's stunning, gorgeous, successful, smart, all the things. So like, you're doing something right. Okay, magic tricks.
I assume you bring this up because I've been in 3 magic movies.
Yes.
I feel good about it. I weirdly am like very good at throwing cards.
Really?
It's like kind of what my character does in the movie. And I remember on the first one when I was learning how to do it, I had like stacks and stacks of cards, and it was just me in my apartment in New Orleans throwing cards against the wall until my arm went dead. But now I can like cut a banana in half. And
wait, what?
People are like, do you carry cards with you everywhere? And I'm like, no, I also am not going to be the guy who shows up at a party and is like, hey guys, check this out.
That's literally almost as bad as the guy that like pulls out his guitar at a party and you're like,
yes, it's worse.
John, stop. Like, you're not John Mayer. Shut the fuck up.
Totally.
Dude, okay, but do you feel like people at parties are like looking for you to do party tricks now?
It comes up, but again, no one has a deck of cards on them, so I get out of it pretty easy.
That's fair.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, men with cats.
I mean,
yeah.
If there was anything that defined me, when I met Alison, I was the single guy with 2 18-pound cats, and as you can imagine, we called them the Panthers, and as you can imagine, that kind of weeds out the dating pool a bit. Not a lot of girls are down with that.
Oh, wait, Dave, rewind.
Yeah.
2 18-pound cats.
Yeah.
What, when, how, why?
You know, a lot of people are like, did you overfeed them? Were they fat? No, they were big, proportionate cats. They just had big heads and their bodies followed suit.
What? Wait, and did you get them at the same time?
Yeah, they're brothers.
Why did you decide cats were for you?
We grew up with cats.
Okay.
Yes. I assume with your tonality that you did not.
Well, no, and maybe this is me being like, so this is definitely a sexist comment, but like I don't think of men and cats as much.
Yes,
it's more of like a female thing, which is like
fair.
so fucked up to say, but
No.
I'm gonna say it. It's not that bad. And you know,
Not
like
that
chill.
bad.
Internet chill. We don't need to cancel me over saying men don't go with cats that well. But cats. Okay, and did you think about your dating life when you got the cats?
No, the cats came first.
Okay.
And they were going to decide who I should be with.
Perfect. And Alison loved them, so you were fine.
Yes, and what ended up happening was we had been dating for a few months and I was spending most nights at her place and the cats were feeling neglected. And so at one point I said to her, I was like, hey, I'm not asking to move in, but is it cool if my cats move into your place? Because we're over here all the time.
No.
So we moved my cats in technically before I moved in.
You bring the litter box.
Truly, yeah.
That is, I love that for you, Dave.
Thank you.
Okay, how do we feel about crying during rom-coms?
Oh, yeah, all about it. I
Okay.
love a rom-com.
Okay.
The second movie I directed was a rom-com.
Yep. Favorite rom-com?
Ooh, I mean, gosh, the first ones that come to mind, Notting Hill, When Harry Met Sally, classics. Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh my God, I remember
What's
that.
yours?
Oh, I would have to say Sleepless in Seattle growing up, but then The Proposal with Sandra Bullock.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yes,
oh my
yes.
God. Okay, keeping your childhood nickname.
I mean, that's my life.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so what is your childhood nickname?
Well, Davey. And most people in my life still call me Davey.
Really?
Yeah.
Does your wife call you Davey?
What does she call me?
Oh.
I guess she calls me Babe.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
She rarely, I feel like sometimes when Matt calls me Alex, I'm like, am I in
Oh,
trouble?
definitely.
Because he never calls me Alex. So then I'm
Definitely.
like, what did I do?
I know. And so my real name is David, but
Okay.
no one has ever really called me that. And when I was a kid, my brother had this kid in his class named David that he hated. So he said, "You're not gonna be named David." That's how I became Davey. And I guess the people that know me well, most people call me Davey.
So Dave is almost like formal for you.
A little bit.
This is like you're like Dave Franco here.
Sure.
But then Davey at home.
By the end of this interview, you'll be calling me Davey.
Perfect. Okay, one of your first roles was in Superbad.
Yes.
And Jonah Hill calls you out for pissing your pants.
Correct.
Looking back, what was one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to you in school?
Ooh, okay. While I think about that, let me just talk about that scene in Superbad real quick.
Okay.
So I had a journey with that scene in and of itself where I only have a few lines in this movie, but the movie was so big that people did recognize me on the street and they were yelling at me, "Why don't you go piss your pants again?" And I quickly realized, like, I got to keep working and get more jobs so I'm not piss boy for the rest of my life.
That is so real. Like, fuck my life.
Okay, so I guess on theme with that, okay, I remember going to a party in high school. I was probably a junior, and this like cool senior guy comes up to me, this like football player, and he says, "We're gonna sit down and we're gonna share this fifth of vodka, and we're not leaving until we finish it." And I'm like, cool. And,
Perfect.
He's a big guy. He can handle his alcohol. I am not a big person. I was even smaller then, but I was trying to fit in. He was like the cool older guy. So we do it, and I black out. And my friends, tell me after the fact that people are sticking pens down my throat to get me to throw up. Cut to a couple hours later, I wake up on the floor of my friend's bedroom. I don't know where I am. I have pissed myself. I waddle to the bathroom to try to clean up. I turn on the lights and look in the mirror, and I have penises drawn over every inch of my face.
Dave.
I know. So I don't have the energy or the strength to wash it off. I just want to get home to my bed. So I finally make it home. I get in bed, and almost immediately my mom comes in my bedroom. And before she says anything, I say, I have penises on my face. She says, I can see that, honey. And my sweet mom, she lets me sleep it off. But I have not, I wouldn't say I have not drank vodka since, but I despise vodka.
I was going to ask you, like, is there an alcohol? Because for me, I cannot even smell Fireball. Like, I will fucking projectile vomit. So yours is vodka.
Yes. And in college, God, what was the really cheap stuff? Pop-Off?
Oh,
or
no, wait, what the fuck is that?
I'm old.
No, but pop off, Dave. I mean, you popped off. Okay, so that was your no, never again.
No, ever again. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say, and then from then on, I never had penises drawn on my face again.
Oh, I'm wondering if that ever happened again.
Okay.
I can't say no, but nothing comes to mind.
Okay, that is really sad, and I now need to know, like, what was young Dave like? Like, did you go through an awkward phase?
I was debilitatingly shy. I was the kid who said like 6 words out loud in middle school. I was just so quiet. And, you know, I remember I had a crush on this girl in 6th grade, and I heard that like maybe she might sort of be kind of interested. And I was like, okay, I'm going to seal the deal. I'm going to get her a present. So I went to 7-Eleven and I got her like a big bag of candy. And so I come to lunch the next day, and I had this whole like thing in my head. It was going to be this big romantic gesture. And when I was kind of confronted with the moment, just the anxiety took over. And so what happened was, kind of saw her from a distance. She was under this tree with her friends. And I started running at her. And when I got close enough, I threw the bag of candy and continued running away without breaking stride.
You literally did a hit and run.
And safe to say, we didn't end up together, but that's a good representative of who I was at the time.
That's so innocent and pure, and like you can't even go up to her and give her candy.
Truly.
Why do you think you were so shy?
God, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I got out of my shyness towards the end of high school, but you know, I was just a really sensitive kid. Like, I was the guy who was listening to Goo Goo Dolls and Counting Crows and like the first John Mayer album, Room for Squares. And like, you know, I actually did. I had a longer term girlfriend in high school, and I would, again, I was writing her poetry, and like but it was the type of poetry, like my process at the time was I would write everything out like in very simple terms, and then I would get a thesaurus, and with every word in the poem, I would find like the most flowery version of that word. And so these poems were like, you know, consisted of words like, you know, bespoke and languid and chartreuse.
And did your girlfriend love these, or she's like,
I don't know. I might have forced this on her.
Holy shit. You like playing like Iris in the background, like, and I give up
don't get
forever
me started.
to touch you. And you're like, my dear lover.
Absolutely.
That is so fucking amazing.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
were you bullied at all?
You know, I wasn't.
Okay.
That was the thing. I wasn't the shy kid who got bullied.
Okay.
I was just left on his own. But I did have good friends. I will say I had really great friends, but we had like kind of the group who we weren't the most popular. We weren't unpopular. We were just kind of there. We were playing ultimate frisbee at lunch.
That really, really paints the picture.
Okay, yeah.
The guys in high school that were playing ultimate frisbee, I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay, that tracks with then like the poems.
Sure, and the 2 18-pound cats. It's all lining up.
But that I feel like is when women look back, they're like, and that is who I should have fucking married, but instead I talked to the fucking douchebag that made me cry my eyes out every 5 fucking seconds.
Sure.
That makes sense. I think a lot of people in the beginning of your career were always like, okay, this guy is always playing kind of like a high schooler. Yeah. And it almost is like he's aging backwards.
Sure, yeah.
Dave, talk to me about the skincare routine.
Oh, wow. You know, the skincare routine is basically Alison's skincare routine. I've stolen everything from her. Why wouldn't I? She looks incredible.
So fucking real. Men have no idea what they're doing. That Matt says the same thing to me. He's like, what's that you're putting on under your eyes? Shy to be doing that? And
Absolutely.
I'm like, Matt, he has one lotion that he puts on his body and his face. And I'm like, honey.
But you got to start early before it's too late. You got to get that sunscreen in your daily moisturizer.
Are you messing around with like snail mucin? Yeah. No. Yeah. You're like, Alison, do we have snail mucin?
Yeah.
What about,
honestly, not no, but I can't confirm for sure.
You don't even know what's going on your face. How many steps are in the routine? How about that?
Ooh, I'm gonna say like 3 or 4.
Have you heard of like the salmon sperm that people are putting on their face?
Go on.
Would you try it?
Tell me more.
It's very hydrating.
Okay. Do you use it?
I've tried the snail mucin.
Okay.
I haven't tried the salmon sperm.
You were just selling it hard.
Well, I've heard Kim Kardashian has put it on her face, so I'm like, ooh, should I try this?
You're open to it.
I'm open.
Dipping a toe in.
Would you be open?
If Alison does it, I'll do it.
Okay, perfect. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Tinder. Daddy Gang. You know that feeling of finding an amazing hole-in-the-wall restaurant when you're traveling to a foreign city? There is truly nothing better than having the best meal of your life surrounded by locals where nobody knows you're a tourist. Well, with Tinder's help, you can have more moments like that and get a true taste of the local life. Tinder's passport mode can be the best travel companion when you're looking for a local tour guide in any city in the world. Try Tinder Passport globally to connect locally during your travels or even before you start packing, all while making traveling to a new place feel easier. With Tinder's help, add more plans to your itinerary by matching with a local and setting a date to see the city through their eyes. Passport mode is also a great way to help immerse yourself deeper into the culture and have more authentic experiences while traveling. With Passport mode, there's so much to discover. Explore all of the possibilities for yourself. Tinder, it starts with a swipe. Download Tinder today. Okay. High school drug dealer in 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
What was the most trouble that you ever got into in high school?
Oh God, not much.
Not much. You didn't like get arrested?
No,
Okay.
no. My brothers both got arrested, and I think because of that, and they're 5 and 7 years older than me, and I think because of that, my parents, they were just very tired by the time I came along. I was definitely a mistake. My mom says it's the best mistake she ever made. But they kind of let me do my thing because they just didn't have the energy. And I think because of that, I didn't feel the need to rebel. And so I was a pretty good kid.
That makes so much sense because I feel like if you have wilder older siblings, like my older siblings were not wild.
Yeah.
So I was like the one truly wreaking havoc in my house where my mom was like, okay, Alex, like we can do this. Like,
What was the worst type of thing you would do?
oh my God. Like I literally ordered like a fucking, at that time there wasn't Amazon. So I ordered like this like retractable ladder off of eBay.
Okay.
And I tried to figure out how to put bolts into the bottom of my room. And then I would flip it over my window so I could climb out to go see my boyfriend who had a DUI at the time.
Sure.
And when he picked me up, he had like literally the backwards hat, the earrings. And he was like driving so fucking slow to his house. And I was like, wait, why are you driving so slow? My parents are going to be home soon. We have to get home. He's like, oh no, like I have a DUI. So like I can't, like I'm driving on like, I don't have a license right now. And I literally was like, so hot. Like, Alex, wake up, honey. This is not hot. This is problematic.
Oh,
but at the time, I just was like a little rebellious with boys.
Sure.
But you were like sitting in your room writing poetry.
Exactly.
You weren't getting in trouble.
No.
No, this is okay.
Yeah.
You said that you got cast in 21 Jump Street because of the sketches that you were doing on Funny or Die.
Oh.
First of all, can you explain to people that may not know what that is, what is Funny or Die? And then also
God, wow.
what were I know. I'm sorry. You're like, okay, Alex, remind me one more time. No.
Okay, Funny or Die was basically a comedy sketch website run by Will Ferrell, Judd Apatow, and Adam McKay, who were and are some of the best, comedy people ever. Anyway, I started making videos for them with one of my closest friends who I grew up with, and basically it was kind of my film school. We were writing these videos, we were acting in them, directing them, editing them. And, we were making some weird stuff. This was like where we figured like, let's push the boundaries. Let's try things. And worst case scenario, no one sees them. But best case scenario, if a video hit on Funny or Die at the time, that website was so big that like more people could see it than if you did an independent film. And so the stuff that we were doing,
Oh my God. What?
kind of bringing it back to 21 Jump Street. So with 21 Jump Street, that audition process was very arduous. I went in like 6 or 7 times for that movie. And towards the end of that process, I put out a video on Funny or Die where me and my good buddy, Chris Mintz-Plasse, we made a video called You're So Hot, where we basically told each other in vivid detail how much we wanted to fuck each other. And after I landed the role in 21 Jump Street, the directors told me, they were like, part of the reason we gave this to you is because we saw that video and we recognized that this guy understands comedy.
Oh my God.
But believe it or not, that's not the weirdest video we put up. I put up a video called Go Fuck Yourself, where it's me and a girlfriend at the beginning. We're breaking up, and as she's leaving, she says, "Why don't you go fuck yourself?" And so then it cuts to me in a bar, and I end up meeting another version of myself. And you can kind of see where this is going, but it cuts to us on the beach, and we're having this like very cute beach day together. It's 2 versions of me. We're flying a kite. We're pushing each other on the swings. And then it hard cuts to me fucking myself so hard, where the top version of me is like flexing. Oh. And I remember sending the first cut to Funny or Die. And let's say the video is like, 2.5 minutes. I think like 45 seconds of that was me fucking myself. And they were like, okay, this is pretty good, but maybe make the sex scene like 3 seconds. And
you're like, you don't love this? This is incredible.
To be fair, 3 seconds was like probably still too gratuitous.
You're like, I thought it was like cinematic history. And meanwhile, they're like, can you cut it to a third?
Truly.
That is, okay, wow, that really paints the picture. But while you were saying that, I couldn't help but think also like, wait, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Palo Alto in Northern California.
Okay, so obviously you had family that was in the industry. Like your brother was getting into it. And you say you're a shy kid.
Yeah.
How did you know you even wanted to get into this industry?
When I was 14, I worked at a mom and pop video store, and it was actually legal for me to be working there at that age. And so they basically paid me by allowing me to take home as many movies as I wanted. And it was the year 1999, which is now regarded as one of the best movie years ever. And it's like all these seminal films like The Matrix, Blair Witch Project, American Beauty, American Pie, Fight Club, Being John Malkovich, like all these amazing films that have kind of like formed me ever since. And so that was like the perfect time to be working there, and just got me into movies in general. And I was like, I just want to be a part of this any way I can. And so when I came out to, I'm going on a tangent now, sorry, but I came out to LA originally to go to school. I was going to USC, and when I came down here, my brother's manager, he kind of forced me into this acting class, but I had never performed in any way. And again, I was very shy, and I remember being in this class, and I hated it at first because I was just like, every time I was on stage, I was so nervous. But in the back of my head, I was like, this is a path into this business, and I want to stick it out. And over time, I really do think that helped bring me out of my shell a little bit. And it's kind of led to this like amazing thing now where, of course, I've like grown to really love acting, but now I'm lucky enough where I get to do some stuff behind the camera too, where I get to kind of go back and forth and do a little bit of everything that I've always wanted to do.
Wow. That's really cool though, to hear like knowing your childhood and being like, you were like more introverted, you're writing, you're not as, social. And then I do feel like I've talked to enough actors that were like, a lot of us were like considered like maybe like the weirder kids, or we were shyer. And then this kind of like brought a side out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to do a little hard pivot here.
Okay.
I'll talk about surprise parties.
Okay. You've done some research?
I need you to talk about the time that your wife tried to throw you a surprise party. You need to tell us a story.
Let me drink some water to get into this.
Take a drink. Because I think the Daddy King needs to hear this. Because I think this also does kind of paint more of the picture of you as a person.
Yes. Okay. So Alison and I had been together just for a few months, and my birthday was coming up. And I will preface this by saying everything she did was coming from such a sweet place. She was really trying to do something kind for me. But we just didn't know each other that well yet. And so in her mind, she was like, I'm going to throw him a surprise party. I'm going to invite all these people. It's going to be incredible. Not knowing that like my perfect birthday is going out to the middle of nowhere, just being with her. I don't want anyone to talk to me. Don't look at me. Just want to be in nature, just by ourselves. So basically what happens is I come home one day and I open the door and it's a bunch of people. Not only is it a surprise party, but it's like I think it was a Back to the Future themed party. So everyone was dressed up and they had a little Marty McFly outfit for me. And I'm looking around and some people are my friends, but some people I haven't talked to in many, many years. And there was a reason for that. And so I decide to cope with this. I need to consume a weed cookie. And I ended up having the first panic attack of my life. And just to kind of like give you the picture of how many people were there and how random this was. My mom was there. She flew out for it, but like she went to the 101 Cafe the next morning, and the waiter at the 101 Cafe comes up to her and he's like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. This is so weird, but are you Betsy Franco?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, sorry. I almost went to your son's surprise party last night."
No.
The random guy at the 101 Cafe was almost there. I'm remembering someone was dressed up as cocaine. What? It was a whole thing. And so we still talk today. We survived the surprise party. We can survive anything, but every birthday since has been us in the middle of nature.
Okay, hold on.
Yes.
How the fuck did she come up with the list of people she was inviting?
What ended up happening was she went to two of my friends that she had met, who I adore these people, but I would not assign them to make the guest list for my surprise party. So they started adding people. Those people started adding people. You know, my manager's assistant's best friend's sister was there. It got weird.
Picturing you thinking like, I'm going to take this edible because this is going to put me right where I need to be.
Sure.
And then what, are you like in the bathroom or in your bedroom?
Eventually I was downstairs and I was like, everyone needs to leave. And of course the guy dressed as cocaine would not leave.
No. That's so real. You're like, bro, get the fuck out of my house.
Yes.
That is, wow. Okay, so now she's never done it again.
No.
And now you guys just chill.
Go to nature. Yeah.
What is it about being the center of attention that makes you uncomfortable?
It's funny saying this on this podcast right now, but I don't love talking about myself. And I think part of that is as much as I think I have gotten over my shyness to a certain extent, I think my just my natural being is I still am an introvert. And also, like, I know everything about me and I'm bored of me and I'm a very curious person and I tend to ask a lot of questions. If you talk to anyone who knows me, like, some people call me 20 questions. And so I'm more like, I want to know more about other people than continuing to talk about myself.
Okay, well, that's a great quality to have. At least you're not like a narcissist and self-centered.
I hope so.
This is good. This is great information, Dave. See, this is
it all? It feels like it's all lining up.
It is.
Yeah. There's a couple outliers, but
it's very cohesive.
Yeah.
And the cats are the main grounding point.
I agree with that,
Truly.
actually.
Okay, so you end up dropping out of college.
Yeah.
And you go to do a horror movie that never made it to theaters.
Let me tell you about this.
Yeah, tell me everything.
Okay, so I got a month away from graduating.
Okay.
And I got my first lead role in a project. And I was telling my teachers, like, please let me finish from online. Somehow let me do this from afar. It's only a month left. And they were like, no, you have to be here. So I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go do this movie. So I drop out. I go to Winnipeg, Canada. Winnipeg.
Yep.
Yeah.
My husband's made movies there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So we were there in the dead of winter, staying on what they considered the windiest corner in all of Canada. Very brutal conditions. It was this very physically demanding shoot. So I got very hurt on this one as well. I dislocated my shoulder. I lost my voice a couple times from screaming so much. Bruises all over my body. But I was having the time of my life. I'm like, I'm doing the work. I'm really doing this thing I want to do. So there was 2 weeks to go on the movie. And I remember I had the day off. And the main girl, she knocks on my door. And I'm like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be on set. And she's like, shit's going down. So we find out that they hadn't been paying the crew for weeks. We find out they have no money left.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So we all go home. We're waiting for the call for them to be like, we've spent millions of dollars. Let's come back and finish these final 2 weeks. We never go back. So I was devastated. I dropped out of school for this. I dislocated my shoulder for this. This was my first lead role. in hindsight,
In hindsight.
probably best that it fell apart.
Why?
So this was it was a B horror movie called Bad Meat, and the tagline was "It's the meat, it's bad."
Stop.
So what I found out recently, this is many years ago, but what I found out recently is they actually brought in an entirely new cast to fill in the scenes that we didn't shoot. And they put together this like weird, jigsaw puzzle of a movie. And just last week, me and my friends watched it for the first time. And the worst part about it, I mean, it's terrible, but the worst part is that I was the lead of this movie. We didn't finish the movie. We didn't give them enough footage. And somehow they still cut out half of my scenes. That's how bad I was in Bad Meat.
Dave.
My friends are watching this movie almost embarrassed, being like, dude, you're not even in this thing.
Now I need to go and watch it. Now the
Please
whole
don't.
daddy gang.
Please don't.
No, please watch together before you
Yes.
watch fucking Bad. Watch, all of a sudden it becomes the #1 trending
Holy
movie.
shit, please
Wait,
don't.
Dave.
I know.
That is such a fucking ego hit too. You're like, all right, let's tune in. You're like, where am I? You're like, wait. I did all this shit in fucking Winnipeg for this?
I know.
Dude.
I know.
And did they ever like send you guys an email about it or no? You would
No,
find out
no,
through
no,
the
no.
grapevine.
I can't even tell you how I found out, but it took about 15 years for me to find out.
That is beyond humbling. That is
It's nice to have those moments.
yeah, you're like, all right, brought me back down
Yep.
to earth. Okay, let's talk about Neighbors. You
Okay.
shot with Seth Rogan. I have to know, have you smoked weed with Seth?
Ooh, God, I must have, but like no epic smoking
Yeah.
session comes to mind. That said, I might have been too scared because like I did smoke a lot of weed in college, but since then it just hits me too hard. And I feel like I would have been maybe a little too scared to smoke with Seth knowing how strong his stuff probably is.
That's how I felt when I interviewed Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
Dave, I was like, okay, I can't be a fucking bitch. Like, I gotta.
Did you smoke with him during the interview?
I did.
How'd it go?
Well, so I think he thought it was fine, and I think I was fine, but I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
And so I had never like really smoked in an interview before, except I did with Chelsea Handler, but like Chelsea was mainly taking it, and I was just like, I took a baby hit.
Okay, yeah.
But Wiz, I was like trying to impress him. Like I was like, okay, Dave, not kidding you, after like one big hit, because he was smoking and then I was trying to match his energy. We were making
Sure.
eye contact. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I looked down in my cards and then I forgot, like, did I speak? What was I saying? What was I doing? I couldn't remember if I was like engaging with him. I look back, thank God it was funny.
I was going to say, do you rewatch some episodes sometimes?
I edit my episodes.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
So I'm like,
that's right.
bitch. And so then I was like editing it a little tighter. Like sometimes my pauses were like, whiz. And then I was like, let's cut that gap where I just stared at him blankly for 10 fucking seconds.
Did it create this kind of different energy than most of your episodes, though?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
that's
then,
fun.
But then we started talking about the randomest shit. Like I was asking about camping. Like we were on a different
I
trajectory.
like that.
It was fun.
Give it a
was
little
fun.
different flavor.
But I was going to say, I want to know who your dream blunt rotation would be, even though like I'm assuming you don't smoke much, because I feel the same way. If I was in a room with Seth Rogan, I would be fucking terrified that I was going to be a little pussy ass bitch and I couldn't keep up.
Sure.
So talk to me if you had to feel
Well, I mean,
safe and good.
the guys on Mount Rushmore are Seth, Snoop.
Yep.
I've also worked with Snoop. Just a quick side story about that. We did this movie with Jamie Foxx called Day Shift, and we went on this like crazy press tour, as you can imagine, very fun. But I ended up getting COVID and I missed the LA premiere. And so I was in bed. I was like really bummed that I couldn't be there. And I get this FaceTime call from a number I don't know, and I'm feeling like shit. And I was like, I don't want to talk to anyone, but definitely not someone I don't know. So I ignore it. I immediately get a text from that same number saying, it's Snoop, pick up. I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm about to fucking FaceTime with Snoop when I'm feeling like dog shit. So I do. And he was just the sweetest. He's like, hey man, I heard you're not feeling well. We got you. You're here in spirit. And all of a sudden I just realized, I'm like, oh, Snoop is the cure for COVID. I feel immediately better. Let's go.
You're like, Snoop, I'm on my way to the premiere. Oh my God. That's so funny though. You have to like turn it on immediately, but then you're like, I actually feel completely fine now that I'm talking to you. Then you hang up and then you're like, okay, I feel like
what
shit
a
again.
Sweetheart.
Okay, so who would you want to smoke with? I'll tell you mine.
Tell me.
To like warm us up.
Please.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I was thinking about that Seth Rogan thing, and I was like, obviously, like anyone's dream is to smoke with Seth, but I was like, my personality when I smoke is like I want to be alone.
I agree with that.
And I don't even want to smoke. I want to take a little edible.
Yep, me too.
And then I want to lay in bed next to my husband and I want to watch a show and then I want to fade off into the distance.
We're on the same page.
So I need to feel really comfortable.
Yes.
And I want to feel cozy and I want to feel like I don't really have to do much. So here's my dream blunt rotation. Number 1, Jane Goodall.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're starting strong.
Mm-hmm.
Cozy, comfortable. She's gonna
just her general demeanor and that like calm energy.
She's gonna keep us right where we need to be.
Okay.
No one's having a panic attack.
That makes a lot of sense to
right?
me, actually.
She's gonna be there through thick and thin.
Yes.
If we're having a panic attack, she'll be the one to be like, darling, you're gonna be fine.
Look how she is with the apes. How do you think she's gonna be with you?
Then we need someone that is gonna be calming, wise, insightful, that's gonna like kind of start a conversation. Because we're not all in bed together. We're sitting around. David Letterman.
Oh, interesting.
I've been thinking about this too a lot lately.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. I feel like he would be chill as fuck, but he would really bring the wisdom that we all are just, I could be lockjaw, just quiet and listen to him.
I hear what you're saying.
Spew wisdom.
Is he known to be a smoker?
I have no idea.
Continue.
Not a clue. Number 3.
You've thought about this.
Who is generating the vibes though?
Okay.
It can't be so serious and so downer. Who's bringing the music? Rihanna.
Okay.
That little round table right there, I picture them in my living room. David sitting in the club chair. Jane and Rihanna are on the couch. I'm on the other couch. Feet up, fuzzy socks on, candles lit, vibes.
Let me ask this though.
Okay.
They're all coming in with very different energies.
Absolutely.
Which energy, one has to kind of overtake the other?
I think David's leading the conversation.
Okay, I like that. Because
I'm just picturing I'm mute. I'm basically not there.
Jane's bringing the calmness. Rihanna's bringing the vibes. David's just kind of like ushering us through this. He's just like, he's doing most of the talking.
Yes.
We're just sitting back. We're just taking in the stories.
Yes, he's kind of like our shaman.
I like
he's
that.
leading us down wherever he wants us to go.
This all makes a lot of sense to me.
He's talking about life.
Yeah.
He's talking about life.
Yeah.
Okay, hit me. Talk to me through. Just names that come about.
God. I feel like the real answer and the shortest version of this answer, because I think I'll just stumble for a while if I don't just cut this short.
Okay.
And the cheesiest answer is Alison is awesome to smoke with. And the reason is it doesn't affect her. Like, you wouldn't know. If you were around her and she was stoned, you wouldn't know. But what it does to her, she never loves me more than when she's stoned. It's and like we have, we're very cohesive, and it generally works overall. But when she's stoned, whatever I do is the sweetest thing. Whatever I say is the funniest thing. But it's in a subtle way. It's subtle, but like it's awesome being around her.
You're right. That is an incredible answer.
Okay,
like
good.
She's just looking at you like, babe, you are. And you're like, I did nothing.
To the point where I'm like, you need to relax. That was not funny what I just said, but I appreciate you. But
that's amazing. Like post fight, you're like, should we smoke a little weed? He's like, Dave, shut the fuck up. Okay, that's a great answer. Okay, Zac Efron said he ended up breaking his hand filming a scene with you where he grabs your penis.
That's true.
Can you please explain how this resulted in injury, Dave?
It's a really good question. I'm trying to remember. It definitely wasn't because my penis was hard. But
it's good to clarify.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I was wearing a cup and he came in just really strong. I think it was a dislocated thumb, to be fair, but it happened. There's a scene where I think we're both grabbing each other's crotches at the same time, and I just think he came in with enough force from the wrong angle, and it's a nice little anecdote now.
It's a beautiful anecdote.
Yeah.
I agree. I think most people would be like, oh wow, like Dave's just randomly hard on set.
Sure.
I think this was a good moment to clarify.
Yes, because the character, actually, now that I think about it, Not to walk through the whole synopsis of Neighbors in this interview, but he grabs my crotch and we're both holding on like who's gonna let go first. And then my character actually, to get him to let go, I have a trick where I go zen and I know how to get hard on cue. So I do get hard in his hand and that's what makes him let go.
And can you do that in your real life?
No.
No, perfect. Okay, we're moving on. You have had some pretty iconic co-stars over the years.
Yes.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Zac Efron.
Uh-huh.
Jonah Hill.
Okay.
Channing Tatum.
Oh, I don't like this game. Okay, let me just say, first and foremost, I love them all. I genuinely love them all. You guys, I love you. I don't want to kill any of you.
No, I will even help you with that.
Okay,
you
tell
guys,
me.
It's a fucking game. He has to kill someone. It's not that deep. We're not saying you love all these people.
Okay.
Just play and have fun. It's a game.
Let's say I'm going to marry Channing.
Oh.
I'm going to fuck. You know what? I'm gonna fuck Jonah.
I am obsessed.
I do not want to kill you, Zach. I really, really don't. I just feel like we've experienced the sexuality together already. I want to try something new.
I feel like we've already explored that.
I think I saved it.
Perfect. It's literally perfect.
Okay.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by T-Mobile. Have you ever met someone and they're the total package, right? Well, that's what it's like being with T-Mobile. You will not believe what you can get with Magenta Status, Daddy Gang. First off, it's amazing coverage, okay? You're connected wherever life takes you. At home, overseas, in the air, even off the grid. Plus, you get unbeatable value from day one. And that's not even the best part. You can get perks on travel, dining, concerts, streaming, and more. With T-Mobile, you're a member with Magenta Status from day one, Daddy Gang. So experience amazing value, next level connectivity, and access to exclusive benefits. With T-Mobile, you can have it all. No more settling. We do not settle, Daddy Gang. I love having T-Mobile because it means I have access to Wi-Fi on planes, which is without a doubt necessary right now. Even as I'm heading off to a random trip, I'm like, boom, tuning in, boom, thank you, T-Mobile. Plus, with Magenta Status, there are amazing restaurant perks. And when I'm in a new city, I always want to try and just get the best local cuisine. So experience Magenta Status at T-Mobile.com/benefits.
Let's talk about your love life.
Okay.
Before you and Alison started dating, can you tell me, like, were you ever getting your heart broken? Were you the one breaking hearts? Like, what were your early relationships like?
The early relationships, like I was saying, it was a lot of sensitivity. It was a lot of, God, I think I am kind of a romantic at heart. I remember this other girl that I was dating in high school for a very short amount of time. Valentine's Day came up and I decided I was going to come to school early and leave a rose with each one of her teachers, which sounds very sweet. But in hindsight, we just weren't together long enough for me to be doing that. And so I think she might have been a little embarrassed that every class she went to, she was like, okay, here's the rose again in front of everyone. And so I remember seeing her after school and being like, hey. And she was like, thanks for the roses.
Wait, you did it at multiple classes?
All of her classes.
Dave. Dave.
It was coming from a good place, but it was too soon.
Dave.
I know. And I think in other relationships, I'm trying to think, like,
were you ever cheated on?
It was not 100% confirmed, but there was a moment where things were tough for a bit, and I didn't want to acknowledge it because I was so in love with her. I really thought we were going to get married, and I just had my blinders on. And we were watching a movie at my place, and she fell asleep. And this is the first and only time I've done this, but I did check her phone, and I did it because I knew something was up. And I found texts with her and her ex, and they were from recently, and it was about, like, there was nothing like 100% like this happened, but it was like something about her going over there the previous night and all this stuff. And so I woke her up, and I was like, my heart's beating even thinking about it now. I woke her up, And I showed her her phone. I was like, what is this? And she kind of took a beat and she said something like that was from a long time ago. And this is how old I am. This is before there was like time codes for text.
You're getting gaslit. You're like, oh.
So I really let her talk me into it because I was so in love with her too, and I just didn't want to believe it. So again, it wasn't confirmed, but I think it happened. And you know what? End of the day, meant to happen. I was meant to be with Alison, and yeah.
Oh my God, that feeling when you see a text and your actual heart is in your butt. And you're like,
my God.
Please no. And it's actually like kind of horrible when they're asleep because you're just sitting there and they're laying next to you and you're like,
yeah. I know.
Who are you, you monster? But it ended up working out.
Definitely.
Did you end it or did she end it eventually?
She did.
Oh.
I know. I really tried to make it work. I know. I know. It's bad. It's bad. You learn from these things.
Okay, let's get to now when you meet Alison. You guys did Molly together the first time that you hung out.
This is maybe the anomaly in everything else we've said. This doesn't check out. Yeah.
Okay, so you're right. This is a little
But I'll tell you why. I think there's a reason why.
A little out of character.
Yeah.
What's going on, Dave? Do you usually take drugs from strangers?
No.
Okay.
So basically, I was working on a job in New Orleans. She was out there with some friends for Mardi Gras. And one of her friends was and is one of my good friends. And they invited me out to dinner. And I show up at dinner. I was a little bit late. They were already fucked up. I was like trying to catch up. And I'm sitting next to our mutual friend, Jules. And Jules shows me that she's been texting with Alison across the table. And basically what she said to Alison was, hey, you should make out with Davey tonight. And Alison's like, sure. And so Jules shows me this and she's like, do not tell her I showed you these texts. And I was like, cool. So little do I know, the two of them are in the bathroom 10 minutes later. And Jules is like, okay, I showed him the text. He's in. And
so classic of girls.
So she orchestrated this whole thing. And it was kind of amazing because we both went into this night knowing the other one was in. And so at the next bar, Alison comes up to me and she has a beer and she says, okay, I put some Molly in this beer. I think we should share this. I guess I'm seeing a trend in my life of this guy in high school being like, I got this fifth of vodka. I think we should share this. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to do something I would never do before, but yes. And so I really think that might have been the first time I took Molly. Anyway, so yeah, we, without going into it, we had an insane weekend in New Orleans during Mardi Gras. And,
no, and I think like the rest was history, right?
Exactly. And like, I think we're the only couple, it's been 13 and a half years, the only couple to survive from meeting at Mardi Gras.
Did you feel though, like when you woke up the next morning and you had like a weekend together, like did you guys have to be like, hey, or was it not awkward?
No, it was the opposite. It was like, we still make fun of her a little bit where like the next morning after this insane Molly weird night, we wake up and she kind of wakes me up with these like gentle little kisses on my shoulder. Like,
stop.
Yeah, that's how we started the next morning. And it was like, okay, this is the energy we're going into this with.
I love that it's like, let's take some Molly. And then you wake up to just like loving Alison. That's actually nice to not have the scaries the next morning because I feel like there's like a little bit of a come down situation.
Sure. And God, I might be getting this detail wrong, but I was staying in this person's apartment and I think Alison actually found like women's undergarments somewhere where she was like, oh, okay, he's doing this with other women. This isn't a thing. But that wasn't the case. This was just the person's place. But I think it allowed her to kind of be like, you know what? This is just an easy thing. Let's just like, I'm going to give myself over knowing this can't go anywhere. And and maybe that was part of the charm going into it all is like, we both, for whatever reason, just gave ourselves over. We were not playing any games. We were just like, we're having fun. I like you. Let's see what happens.
And then literally what you said, 13 years later?
13 and a half years later.
Wow.
I know.
Dave, we're going to finish with a game.
Okay.
And I've never played this with anyone.
Oh, wow.
You're the first that we're going to do it with. Okay. So the game is called Confess or Text.
Okay.
Here's how it works.
God.
I am going to ask you a juicy question and you can either confess to the question or you're going to choose to send a text.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide to send a text, you're going to draw from two fish bowls.
Jesus
One,
Christ.
You're going to find out who you're texting.
Okay.
2, you're going to find out what you're texting
Fucking
them.
hell.
Are you ready?
No.
It's gonna be good.
Do I get to throw this back at you?
Nope.
This is a one-sided game?
Okay, and so it's either gonna be someone harmless like your best friend, maybe in that bowl,
Sure.
or someone as insane as your ex.
Okay.
First question. What is the shortest amount of time you've ever lasted during sex?
Jesus Christ. I'll answer this.
Yeah.
Short. I mean, we got to start somewhere. Let's say a few pumps.
I love the honesty. Okay, what is your body count?
Jesus Christ. I'll take a text.
Okay, so first take whatever out of one bowl.
Oh.
So first you're going to find out, pull that out.
Okay.
What does it say?
It says your coworker.
Okay, so you're going to text one of your coworkers. Now take that out.
I really need an alibi. Can you send me a text about how fun last night was? Happy to do this.
Who is your coworker?
Okay. I'm going to do Isla Fisher.
Okay.
She might get back to me quick. Let's see.
He's like shaking.
Jesus. Really need.
Dave's literally like, I feel like my PR team should walk in any moment now.
Send me a text about how fun last night. The thing about Isla is she's going to be fucking down too.
Really?
She's got me.
I love it. Okay, send that.
Okay.
Good job.
We'll wait to see if she responds.
Okay.
Should I put it on where we can hear a text?
Yes.
Okay, good. Great.
Like, keep that shit open.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the weirdest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
Oh, God. This girl that I was kind of seeing at one point, reaching out and being like, hey, what's this all about? And it was this Photoshop of me and Zach, like, I want to say like at a basketball game where we're like getting like really cozy together. And then there was all these headlines that maybe we were dating. And I think that had some legs too.
Clearly.
Oh,
What?
Isla, 2 messages.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What did she say?
She said, she goes, love seeing you last night, Dave. Thanks for making the effort. It was so nice to see you. Double downing.
That little.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
I'm obsessed.
Ooh, she is behind the scenes right now going, I can't wait to hear about this.
Yeah, she's like, call me. What's going on?
Holy
Oh, wow.
shit.
That's a fucking homie right there.
I love you, Isla.
Wow.
That's good.
She's got your back. Okay, I'm assuming that you're about to pull another one because here we go. Who is the worst person you've ever had to work with in Hollywood?
Jesus Christ. All right, we're pulling. Okay, your best friend.
Okay.
Excited about anything to send him. Can you Venmo me for the strip club last night? I feel like I can go even harder. Let's see. I just got my STD results back. Let's do that.
Yep. Who's your best friend?
Okay, who I've mentioned a couple times.
Got it.
Christmas Plus.
All right, Chris.
All right.
Get ready.
I just got my STD results back. All right, let's see what he says.
He's going to be like, amazing.
Yeah.
He's going to say? What do you think he's going to say?
He's going to be like, cool, man. What do you got?
That's so real as a best friend, not being like, you're married. What's going on? He's like, oh, awesome. Like, is it chlamydia? Like, what's up? Like, what the fuck? Okay, I can't wait to see. Okay, what is the wildest place you've ever had sex?
Oh, God. Something may have happened at one point on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. And the fucked up part about that is I think there's cameras on every inch of that place, but we were pretty covert. We'll leave it at that.
I am obsessed with you. Dave.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has the color of my face changed?
You have like this nice plush, but it's
Okay.
matching your elephants on your shirt.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. What is the weirdest, most niche porn that you've ever searched?
Fucking hell. We're taking one from the bowl. Your partner. That's good.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Can I borrow some pee for a drug test? Let's see if we can do it even
Yeah,
better.
do a better one. Do a better one.
It's been a week. Do you think Plan B will still work? She'll know it. She'll see through that.
Yep.
Do you still have that sexy nun costume? That's not bad. And we did a nun movie together. Yes.
Boom!
Okay. Can I borrow your tripod sex tape? We used the tripod yesterday. What do you think?
I think you text your agent the tripod one,
Jesus.
and I think you text your wife.
How are
You're
you
like,
adding to this?
okay,
I'll do it to my agent. I'll do it.
yeah. Okay.
Do it.
And what are you texting your agent?
You tell me. Can I borrow your tripod? Parentheses sex tape.
Perfect.
Okay. Do you want me to text my male or female agent?
Male.
Okay.
Let's just keep this clean.
Okay.
Let's keep this as PC as we can.
Can I borrow your tripod?
Dave, you're such a homie for being down.
Parentheses.
You're amazing.
Sex tape. Okay, done. TJ Bernardi, you got that coming in?
Now wife.
Okay, wife is getting... if you want to make this sexier for me. So it says, do you still have that sexy nun costume? Do you want to alter that in any way? I'll text her
What
whatever.
are you feeling? Get a little creative, Dave.
I'm gonna say maybe we try to make it really real and be like, call her daddy. Went fucking great.
I'm on a high.
It kind of inspired me. To try something new, maybe.
God.
Do you still? God, she doesn't have. What would she still have? Do we still have that duck costume of mine? Do we still have that duck costume from Halloween?
Dave.
Have that duck costume from Halloween. She's gonna see through this, but there's a small chance she doesn't.
Holy shit.
Okay, call her daddy went fucking great. It kind of inspired me to try something new, maybe. ... Do we still have that duck costume from Halloween?
Boom.
Sent. All right. Oh, wait, someone? No, someone else. Okay.
Holy shit. Dave, I
Whew.
appreciate you for playing this game.
You know what? Remember, call back. What am I? Oh, TJ Bernardi, my agent.
Shut up. They're quick.
They are quick.
What?
So random. He ha-has it and then says, LFG, let's fucking go.
Like, all right, bro. Let's fucking get weird. Good for you, man. You're getting fucked.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh, no.
There were two texts. I didn't see his first text. It's almost more of a dismissal of, can I borrow your tripod set for a sex tape? He goes, so his client is Kiernan Shipka, who was just cast in a movie that I'm producing. I go, can I borrow your tripod? Sex tape. He goes, Kiernan Shipka, let's fucking go.
No.
Doesn't even care about the sex tape.
Because he's like referring to who you just like booked for your next movie. You're lying. Yes. He's not even. Let's fucking go. So his only response is haha double tapping.
That's
he's
it. That
like whatever.
only...
Anyways,
yeah.
So you just booked this movie. You just booked this person for a movie. Dave. That's a good agent.
That's a great
But isn't it funny?
agent.
I feel that way with my agent sometimes. I will say the most out of pocket shit to them, and they are literally like, "Oh, Alex." Anyways, like because they almost have to just like ignore.
I know.
Because they have to love you even if you're fucking insane. Because they're like,
I'm beat red right now.
Because they're like, let's get that 10%. Woo! Dave, this is good. Okay, now we're waiting for your wife.
Okay.
Okay, can we go back to what we said at the beginning of the interview about you guys working together?
Yeah.
Because I want to hear a little bit more about why you guys decided to start. Because there has to be a moment, right? Where you guys were like, okay, should we do something together?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how you guys talked about that and like boundaries.
Sure. I think I feel like it probably started because we're apart from each other so often because of work, and I'm sure it was just like, hey, this is a way for us to be together, and that's valid. But then we quickly realized like we really enjoy doing this, and you know, there's many reasons. Like first off, I genuinely think she's one of the most talented actresses out there, and so when I'm working with her, she makes my job very easy just in a creative sense. And then on top of that, you know, especially in the two circumstances where I directed her, it was so amazing just to have her there with me at the end of the day, where as a director, you know, you're going through so much and it's so easy to get in your head and it's easy to spin out and be like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, what are we doing? And she was there just to calm me down and be like, everything's going great. And that was invaluable. And like, I don't want to direct anything that she's not in.
That's such an interesting point, and I think highlights how healthy your guys' relationship is, though, because it's one thing, which we're going to get to, that you guys act in something together.
Yeah,
but for you to be a director and her be acting, at the end of the day, the director has the call, right? And a lot of times you're giving like pretty pointed notes or sometimes to actors.
Sure.
Like, how do you think you guys navigated not in a way of you being kind of like having the upper hand as the director? You know what I mean?
Yeah. The truth is, it never really felt like that.
Yeah.
It's like we're so in sync in so many ways that like most of the time, if I was coming to give her a note, as I'm walking towards her, she goes, I know, I got it, go back. And then I would go back behind the monitors and she would do exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And
also, and when you're saying that, because I've been now, yes, working also with my husband, and he is a movie producer, and now we do a lot together, but like, you know the person so well and you want to win as a team. I think that's sometimes what people, again, like, I've worked so hard to have a healthy relationship, and so I can own I've been in unhealthy relationships, and the difference is like, if Matt or I are giving each other advice or like constructive criticism, you're going to deliver it in a similar way that you do in your life of like, it all of it pertains also to work. Like, we're being respectful.
Yes.
You're not feeling like you're better than the other person.
Yes.
You're reading the room. Like, all of that goes into it, right?
And yeah, just to even go further, like there were some crazy days on this new movie where, you know, we are literally attached to each other with prosthetics for the entire day. So we are taking each other to the bathroom. I remember there was a moment where she's going to the bathroom. I'm standing over her, literally attached to her. And we said out loud, we could not have done this with anyone else. And during that day, when we're attached, I was also in the scenes, I was tied to a chair and she is straddling me for 12 hours. And so because there's so much comfortability there, there's so much love there, we could also be kind of surpass politeness with each other and knowing it's not mean, where I could be like, babe, you're fucking killing my legs. Where if it was anyone else, I'd be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Would you mind maybe like lifting your...
Okay, wait, yeah. I want to get a little bit more into the movie together.
Okay, yeah.
How did you both know that you wanted to take on this role?
So I got sent this script, and the basic premise is we play a codependent couple that gets infected with something that makes it so that when we're apart from each other, we start to feel sick. So we need to be near each other at all times, and it starts to slowly escalate to the point where our bodies start to fuse together. And when I read this thing, I was like, I feel like if me and Alison do this together, our real relationship will actually lend itself really well to this relationship in the movie, where when you're watching us, you will hopefully feel the weight of the relationship because the characters in the movie have been together for over a decade. And so this was one where I was like, this feels right for us to do. Yeah.
That is so interesting. Did it make you question, like, not question anything in your relationship, but did you guys ever go home and talk about like codependency and the theme in the movie?
I mean, yes, like, God, it was more just that, of course, we're on set all day and then we go home and we're together just 24 hours during this process. And this makes me honestly more think about something that I want to ask you is like, how are you guys able to turn it off and not talk about work? And are you guys good at that?
It's hard.
Yeah.
We've gotten good at it. And when we are not being good at it, we'll catch ourselves. Cause like, I'm thinking like Matt and I don't spend every day together. Like when we're in the office, like we have two complete separate different offices. I'm running basically a different division than he's running. Like we're really handling different legs of our company, but there are certain days where we are together, whether it's for a photo shoot for our products or whatever it be. And when we get home, I find we have to be so fucking intentional.
Us too.
To be like, okay, we have a couple more work calls and then we're leaving our phones in the kitchen. We're pouring ourselves a glass of whiskey. We're going out to the hot tub.
That's amazing.
And we're talking about personal.
That's amazing.
And but it takes one of us will bring something up in the hot tub. I'm like, no,
Yeah.
no. And we're like, oh my God, I forgot.
Are you guys both good at keeping each other accountable?
Completely. But it took almost like training yourself.
Definitely.
Because if you do let yourself continue to do that, it's not, we love work. And I feel like I'm getting that from you guys, that it's like, it's not a negative.
And that's what it is.
Right? You're obsessed with it. So you're like, it's fun.
I know.
But
And that's what it is.
But it's so good for your relationship to have these two different realms almost that you enter into.
I know.
And so I can imagine when you guys were home, it was probably like, let's go shower and go to a date. Let's go on a date.
For sure.
Like, you've been attached to my leg for 40 hours.
I know.
I need to, let's like make it fun and sexy and interesting again and not be work wise. Can you like give fans any heads up, or like, what do you want them to feel going into this movie?
Okay, so what I love about this movie and what our writer-director was able to do is I genuinely think and have heard from people that it works really well for hardcore horror fans. You know, it's got the gore, it's got all that stuff you want, it pushes the limits. But what we've been really kind of surprised and amazed to hear is that some people have been calling it like a gateway horror film for people who don't tend to seek out this genre. And I think part of that is because at the core of this thing, it's about this relationship, and the movie is kind of romantic and it's funny. And our director was able to kind of blend all of those different tones in a really seamless way. And at the end of the day, yes, it is scary in moments, but it's just fun. It's one of these movies where like 25 minutes in, it ramps up to a certain place and then you're just flying till the end. Yeah.
I'm really excited for everyone to see it. And I'm just like, congratulations to you and your wife, because that's just so exciting that you guys got to make this project together. And I can tell you're so passionate about it, which is, again, what we said at the beginning of this interview, why we do what we do.
Yeah.
Call Her Daddy is brought to you by White Claw. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're way too hot to be spending the summer sitting inside scrolling on your phone. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop letting plans die out in the group chat. Grab a White Claw and go make some memories, okay? Whether you're yapping poolside, hitting a barbecue, or just kicking back around a fire, a cold White Claw goes perfectly with your summer plans. That's right, Daddy Gang. It is White Claw summer. 100 calories in 12 glorious ounces, gluten-free, and the taste you know and love. I like to pick up a variety pack so that I can guarantee everyone can get their favorite flavors. I am personally through and through always a black cherry girl, but Matt loves the mango and Lauren's favorite is lime. So there's truly something for everyone. It's time to come out of hibernation and stop leaving everyone on red. We're finding a guy with a boat and we're having a damn drink. My friends and I strictly drank White Claw for an entire girls trip last year. And now I can't even smell sunscreen without being reminded of that trip. It was honestly the best time ever. There is nothing better than warm sun, a tiny bikini, tiny bikini, and an ice cold claw in your hand. That is peak life. Pick up a pack from your favorite local spa and grab life by the claw with your favorite flavor this summer. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer works. Chicago, Illinois.
Thank you so much for coming on Call Her Daddy. I had so much fun. What is that?
Oh, yeah. I brought a gift for you and Matt.
Oh my God. He's literally knocking this fucking interview out of the park.
Yeah.
Your PR people are like, oh, yes, let's go. What? Should I open it now?
Please.
Okay.
You might hate it, but I hope you like it.
I know you didn't wrap this.
I definitely did
I was
not.
about to say, that bow is perfect.
No.
Oh,
Text from my best friend Chris before you open.
go. No.
It's perfect.
No.
It's perfect.
What did he say?
So I said, I just got my STD results back, ... He says, you herped up?
No!
Oh my God. I love that all these people in my life just roll with it. There is no
Dave.
questioning. That's very sweet in a way. It's very kind.
You herped up.
Herp apostrophe D.
Chris is so
We love
fucking
Chris.
good.
We fucking love Chris. God damn.
Dude.
Okay, Allison just texted. Hold on.
Let's take a minute.
Okay, she texted one thing and she's following up. We see the 3 dots. Hold on.
Okay. Allison?
God, I'm so proud of everyone for getting back so quickly.
That was my biggest fear. I want to do it at the top.
Okay, here we
no.
go. I gotta read it first. Hold on. Holy shit.
No.
Everyone knocked it out of the park.
No.
Okay, she goes, so what I said is, just as a reminder, Call Her Daddy went fucking great. It kind of inspired me to try something new maybe. Do we still have that duck costume from Halloween? She goes, first text, what?
How many ums?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 question marks, exclamation point, and 3 emojis of laughing face, slanted laughing face. And then she follows it up with, in a very earnest way, I don't think we have that duck costume still, but I'm sure we could order one, ... I fucking love my wife.
What is this duck costume? What does it even look like? Is there any sex
The
appeal?
duck costume's actually in the movie together. She's looking through old photos of us and I'm wearing it.
You're If there has never been a better promo fucking moment for the goddamn movie, boom, look at that.
Oh my God.
Dave?
God, I love everyone in my life.
Dude.
See, this is my like core bubble I'm talking about. These very kind people I love and trust, and I don't want to introduce like negative people into my life.
Dude, I'm so obsessed that you're like, wow, that interview was so transformative. Mostly because of that game I played at the end. I love the people in my life. God, we have meanwhile, you're like,
it's a nice
can we fuck in
takeaway.
this duck costume? I have an STD. I want your tripod to fuck. And all of your friends are coming up strong. That is fucking epic. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for being a good sport.
This all might they all might tie in together where like, God, are we gonna fucking record ourselves fucking in the duck costume and it's gonna get leaked and Isla's gonna fucking have my back and it's just like, that's not me in the duck costume. I was with Isla last night. I wasn't fucking my wife.
And then somehow you get an STD.
Exactly.
But don't worry, we got Kiernan. Like, what?
Kiernan, let's fucking go. I actually am very excited about Kiernan in the movie, so let's fucking go.
Holy shit.
Okay, open the present.
Okay,
open the present.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck is this interview?
All right, hold it up, and yeah, stretch it out.
Wait, what?
Okay, turn it around. Wait. It's a together double hoodie. It's a single hoodie with 2 heads coming out.
Steve, I'm gonna make my husband get in this and I'm gonna DM you this photo of us together. Together forever, Matt. Don't fucking forget it, bitch. Dude, this is the weirdest fucking gift I've ever been given in my life. How are you guys selling this as
Eventually.
This is gonna be people's Halloween costumes.
There you go.
This is so good.
Okay.
Thank you for this.
We gotta end it before it gets too weird.
Dave Franco, we're done.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming on Call Her Daddy. It was truly a fucking pleasure.
Thank you for having me.